eating these foods that are secretly making your hemorrhoids worse? Many people with hemorrhoids keep using creams, taking pills, or even going through surgery, and yet the pain, swelling, and discomfort just won't go away. But why is that? Here's the thing. You can try all the treatments in the world, but if you're still eating the wrong foods, you're basically undoing all that effort. In fact, there are 5 everyday foods that seem totally harmless. But for people dealing with hemorrhoids, they act like fuel to a fire. These foods can trigger inflammation, constipation, swelling, and bleeding, making it nearly impossible for your body to heal. In today's video, we're diving deep into 5 hidden enemies lurking in your meals and why removing them might just be the missing piece in your recovery. Stick around until the end because I'll also give you practical tips and healthy alternatives you can start using today. Let's get into it. 1. Spicy foods. The burn behind the burn. We get it. Spicy food is delicious. Whether it's a dash of hot sauce, chili flakes on your pizza, jalapenos in your tacos, or a big bowl of spicy ramen, for many people, that fiery kick is what brings a meal to life. Some folks even build up a tolerance and crave the burn. But here's the thing. If you're dealing with hemorrhoids, that burn isn't just in your mouth. It follows you all the way to the bathroom. And that's where the real pain begins. Spicy foods contain compounds like capsaicin, which is what gives chili peppers their heat. While capsaicin has some benefits, like boosting metabolism, it can also irritate the lining of your stomach, intestines, and rectum, especially when consumed in large amounts or if you already have inflammation, like in the case of hemorrhoids. What does this mean for you? A burning, stinging sensation during bowel movements, inflamed or swollen hemorrhoids that feel worse after eating spicy meals, an increased chance of minor tears or bleeding due to the added irritation, and over time, a prolonged healing process. Some people even report rebound symptoms, where the discomfort gets worse a day or 2 after a spicy meal. That's because spicy foods can loosen the stool, making bowel movements more frequent and more acidic, which further irritates an already sensitive area. What's more, for people with sensitive digestive systems or underlying conditions like IBS or acid reflux, spicy food can trigger a chain reaction of symptoms, from stomach cramps to diarrhea, compounding the irritation in the rectal area. The more frequent and acidic your bowel movements are, the more stress you're placing on inflamed tissues trying to heal. And let's not forget, spicy foods often go hand in hand with other gut-irritating ingredients, like greasy fried foods with excessive salt and alcohol, which makes things worse. So what should you do if you love spice? It doesn't mean you have to quit forever, but it does mean being strategic. Use spices that add flavor without heat, like paprika, cumin, turmeric, coriander, or cinnamon. If you want a mild kick, go for black pepper or a very small amount of ginger. These are less likely to cause irritation. Focus on anti-inflammatory ingredients like garlic, parsley, and basil that enhance your food and support digestion. Bottom line, give your body a break. Cut back on spice until your symptoms are fully under control, and even then, reintroduce slowly. Healing hemorrhoids is about reducing irritation in every possible way, and this is one of the most direct, effective changes you can make. 2. Fried and greasy foods. The constipation trap. Let's face it, fried food is everywhere. From your favorite takeout spot to that weekend backyard cookout, crispy, golden, greasy meals are a staple in many people's diets. Chicken wings, fries, egg rolls, fried cheese, donuts. It's crunchy, comforting, and honestly, addictive. But here's what you might not realize. For people dealing with hemorrhoids, greasy foods are a hidden danger. When you eat fried foods, your digestive system has to work overtime to break them down. These foods are often cooked in oils high in saturated or trans fats, which are difficult to digest and slow down your gastrointestinal tract. And what happens when your digestion slows down? Bowel movements become less frequent. Waste sits in your colon longer, pulling out more water and becoming harder. You're more likely to become constipated. Constipation leads to straining, which puts direct pressure on your hemorrhoids. Worse still, fried foods are usually low in fiber, meaning you're not getting the roughage needed to keep your stool soft and moving. That's a double whammy. Slow-moving, hard-to-pass waste plus low fiber equals pain, irritation, and flare-ups. Let's not forget that many fried foods are also high in salt, which can cause water retention and bloating, making you feel heavy, sluggish, and even more uncomfortable. What's even more concerning is how regularly these foods show up in our lives. For many people, fried food isn't an occasional indulgence, it's breakfast, fried eggs and sausage, lunch, crispy chicken sandwich, and dinner, fried rice or battered fish. When this becomes a norm, your body is constantly in a state of digestive distress and inflammation. Did you know? Studies show that diets high in fried and processed foods are linked to increased inflammation markers in the body. That inflammation doesn't just affect your gut, it can slow healing, weaken blood vessels, and make hemorrhoids more painful. So what can you do instead? Use an air fryer. It's a game changer. You get that crispy texture with just a fraction of the oil. Try oven roasting veggies or lean proteins with herbs and spices for flavor, not grease. Focus on healthy fats from avocados, nuts, olive oil, or fatty fish, which actually help reduce inflammation and improve gut health. And if you do indulge in something fried, pair it with a big serving of greens or fiber-rich sides to help your system cope. Remember, the occasional fried treat won't ruin everything. But if greasy meals are a regular part of your diet, your hemorrhoids may never get a chance to fully heal. 3. Low-fiber foods, the silent clog. Let's talk about fiber, the unsung hero of your digestive health. While it may not be the most exciting topic on the plate, fiber plays a critical role in preventing and managing hemorrhoids. Without it, your digestion slows down, your stool hardens, and bathroom trips become a painful struggle. Here's why that matters. Fiber adds bulk and softness to your stool, making it easier to pass without straining. And as we've said before, straining is enemy number one when it comes to hemorrhoids. It puts direct pressure on the veins in your rectum, which can cause them to swell, bleed, or even protrude. Now here's the problem. The modern Western diet is loaded with low-fiber, highly processed foods. We're talking about white bread, white rice, and pasta made from refined flour, sugary breakfast cereals, fast food, frozen meals, and instant noodles, pastries, cookies, and chips. These foods may be convenient and tasty, but they've been stripped of their natural fiber during processing. That means they do little to help your digestion and a lot to make things worse. What makes it even trickier is that these foods often create a cycle of cravings and poor choices. Highly processed meals can spike your blood sugar, crash your energy levels, and leave you reaching for another low-fiber snack just hours later. Over time, this not only contributes to constipation and hemorrhoids, but can also lead to weight gain, another major risk factor for developing or worsening hemorrhoids due to added pressure on the rectal area. Ever feel like you're not fully empty after a bowel movement? That incomplete feeling often comes from low fiber and poor intestinal movement, which can cause gas, bloating, and yes, more straining. Here's something most people don't know. Fiber doesn't just help your stool. It also feeds the good bacteria in your gut, helping maintain a balanced microbiome, which plays a role in reducing inflammation and keeping your colon healthy. A well-fed microbiome can also improve your immune function and mood, thanks to the gut-brain connection. So how do you fix it? Swap out refined carbs for whole grains like oats, brown rice, bulgur, quinoa, or barley. Add more vegetables to your meals, not just lettuce, but hearty greens like kale, Swiss chard, spinach, or collards. Include fiber-rich fruits like pears, apples with skin, berries, figs, and kiwi. Don't forget legumes. Lentils, chickpeas, black beans, and split peas are amazing for digestion. And one more tip, introduce fiber gradually. Going from 0 to hero overnight can cause gas and bloating. Increase fiber slowly and drink plenty of water to help it move smoothly through your system. Try this for breakfast. A bowl of warm oatmeal with chia seeds, sliced banana, and a drizzle of honey. It's soothing, high in fiber, and supports better bowel movements right from the start of your day. 4. Caffeine and alcohol, the dehydration duo. For many people, coffee and alcohol aren't just drinks, they're rituals. That morning cup of coffee, it's how you start your day. A glass of wine or beer after work, it's how you wind down. But if you're dealing with hemorrhoids, these daily habits might be quietly working against your healing. Let's start with caffeine. Found in coffee, energy drinks, and some teas, caffeine is a diuretic, meaning it causes your body to lose water through urination. And when you're dehydrated, your colon absorbs more water from your stool, which makes it harder, drier, and more difficult to pass. That leads to constipation, straining, and yes, aggravated hemorrhoids. But caffeine doesn't just dry you out. It also stimulates your gastrointestinal system, sometimes causing more frequent bowel movements or diarrhea, which can further irritate the anal area and prevent healing. So even if coffee gets things moving, it doesn't necessarily make things easier. It's often a false sense of relief that leads to more irritation down the line. Now let's talk alcohol. Alcohol also dehydrates you, but it goes a step further. It disrupts your sleep, which affects how your body repairs inflamed tissues. It irritates the lining of your intestines. It can cause liver congestion, which impairs blood flow and healing throughout the body. It interferes with your diet, because let's be honest, who craves salad after a few drinks? In fact, regular alcohol intake has been linked to increased inflammation markers in the gut. When the intestinal barrier is compromised, toxins and undigested food particles can enter the bloodstream, triggering systemic inflammation, a hidden contributor to hemorrhoid flare-ups. Also, let's not forget alcohol can impair your judgment. You might delay going to the bathroom or skip your fiber-rich meals, both of which are crucial for regular strain-free bowel movements. And when your digestive system is inflamed and sluggish, your hemorrhoids get worse. Plain and simple. So what can you do instead? Switch out 1 or 2 cups of coffee with herbal teas. Peppermint, chamomile, or dandelion tea support digestion and reduce inflammation. Try golden milk, warm turmeric milk, as an evening wind-down drink. It's calming and good for gut health. If you're socializing, bring a sparkling water with lemon or cucumber. It feels festive, and no one has to know it's not a cocktail. Make hydration a priority. Start your day with a tall glass of water before anything else. It wakes up your digestion and sets the tone for better elimination throughout the day. Bonus tip, add a pinch of sea salt and a splash of lemon to your water to make a natural electrolyte drink that helps combat the dehydrating effects of caffeine or alcohol if you slip up. In short, reducing caffeine and cutting alcohol, even temporarily, can make a huge difference in how quickly your hemorrhoids heal. Small changes can lead to big relief, and your body will thank you for it. 5. Salty foods, the swell factor. Salt might not seem like a big deal. After all, it's just a little sprinkle here and there, right? But when it comes to hemorrhoids, too much sodium can quietly cause a whole lot of trouble. Here's what happens behind the scenes. When you eat salty foods, your body tries to balance the salt concentration in your blood by holding on to water. This leads to fluid retention, especially in your soft tissues and blood vessels. And guess where some of that extra fluid ends up? In the veins around your rectum and anus. That's right, salty foods can make your hemorrhoids swell, become more tender, and take longer to heal. Even worse, excess salt can raise your blood pressure, which may weaken the walls of your veins over time, make you feel bloated and sluggish, discouraging movement, which is essential for healthy digestion. Increase your risk of chronic inflammation, especially when combined with a low-fiber, high-fat diet. And here's something most people overlook. High-sodium meals often go hand in hand with poor hydration. Think about it. When you eat salty snacks, do you reach for a glass of water or a sugary soda? The latter only worsens the dehydration cycle, further drying out your stool and straining your bowel movements. Plus, salty foods are often part of processed, refined meals that are nearly void of fiber, which is the exact opposite of what your body needs when healing from hemorrhoids. And the tricky part? Salt is hidden in places you'd never expect. Canned soups and vegetables, instant noodles and boxed meals, cold cuts, bacon, sausages, and deli meats, sauces, salad dressings, ketchup, soy sauce, pickled vegetables, fermented foods, and yes, even healthy snacks like granola bars and crackers. Just because something doesn't taste salty doesn't mean it's low in sodium. That's why reading labels is so important. How to cut back without killing your cravings. Use fresh herbs and spices like thyme, rosemary, garlic, and lemon zest to add flavor without sodium. Try acidic flavor boosters like vinegar, lime juice, or mustard. They brighten dishes and reduce your need for salt. Choose low sodium or no salt added versions of canned goods and sauces whenever possible. Cook from scratch more often, so you have full control over how much salt goes into your meals. Want a quick win? Challenge yourself to go one full day without processed or packaged food. You'll be surprised at how much better your body feels, even after just 24 hours of reduced sodium. Pro tip: if your body is already retaining water, try eating potassium-rich foods like bananas, avocados, and spinach. Potassium helps flush out excess sodium and balances your fluids naturally. Bonus suggestion: add cucumbers and celery to your snacks. These hydrating, mineral-rich veggies not only fight bloating, but also provide fiber to support smooth bowel movements. It's a simple change that supports your gut and soothes your hemorrhoids at the same time. Wrapping it up, now that we've broken down the 5 food groups that secretly worsen hemorrhoids, here's a quick reminder. 1. Spicy foods. They may light up your taste buds, but they also fire up inflammation. 2. Fried, greasy foods. They bog down your digestion and lead straight to constipation. 3. Low-fiber foods. They're sneaky, filling you up without helping you out. 4. Caffeine and alcohol. They dry you out from the inside, making every bathroom trip a challenge. 5. Salty foods. They cause swelling where you really don't want it. So, what's the solution? Let's talk about what to add to your plate. If there's one thing you take away from this video, let it be this. Healing from hemorrhoids isn't just about avoiding the bad stuff. It's also about nourishing your body with the good stuff, the kind of foods and habits that promote natural healing, smoother digestion, and long-term relief. Let's break it down. 1. Hydration. Your first line of defense. Water might seem like a small detail, but it's everything when it comes to healthy digestion. Without enough water, your stool becomes dry, hard, and difficult to pass, which leads to straining, which leads to, you guessed it, worsening hemorrhoids. Drinking at least 8 to 10 glasses of water per day, around 2 to 2.5 liters, helps. Soften your stool, support healthy bowel movements, flush out toxins, keep the tissues around your rectum and anus properly hydrated for faster healing. Pro tip: start your day with a tall glass of water before you eat or drink anything else. It wakes up your gut and sets the tone for smooth digestion. 2. High-fiber foods. Nature's digestive aid. If you want to avoid straining and improve your overall bowel health, fiber is non-negotiable. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day from a variety of sources. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, collard greens. Root vegetables, sweet potatoes, carrots, beets. Whole grains, oats, quinoa, brown rice. Fruits with skin, apples, pears, berries. Legumes, beans, lentils, chickpeas. Fiber works by adding bulk and softness to your stool, making it easier to pass without effort. Over time, this reduces irritation, swelling, and bleeding, giving your body the breathing room it needs to heal. Whole, unprocessed ingredients. Keep it real. Processed foods are often packed with salt, unhealthy fats, preservatives, and sugar, all of which can disrupt your digestion, inflame your gut, and aggravate hemorrhoids. On the flip side, whole foods support healing at the cellular level. That means choosing fresh vegetables and fruits, whole grains instead of refined ones, home-cooked meals over takeout or prepackaged food. The more natural your food is, the more your body knows what to do with it. 4. Gentle spices and herbs. Flavor without the fire. You don't have to eat bland food just because you're healing. There are plenty of herbs and mild spices that not only add amazing flavor, but also support your gut. Try ginger, soothing, anti-inflammatory, great for nausea and digestion. Turmeric, a natural anti-inflammatory superstar. Coriander, cumin, basil, and fennel, gentle on the gut and full of aroma. Garlic and onion, support immune health and gut bacteria if tolerated. Just stay away from heavy chilies, hot sauces, and pepper blends that trigger irritation. 5. Cut the irritants, especially during a flare-up. Even healthy people need to be cautious about overdoing spicy, greasy, salty, or dehydrating foods. But if you're actively dealing with a hemorrhoid flare-up, it's critical to minimize anything that could add more pressure or inflammation. That means temporarily saying no to coffee and alcohol, fried or overly salty foods, processed snacks, spicy dishes. It's not forever, but giving your gut a break now helps you bounce back faster. Bottom line, your body has an incredible ability to recover, but only if you create the right conditions. Think of it this way. Every meal is either helping your body heal or holding it back. So start small. Make one positive change today. Drink more water. Add 1 extra serving of veggies. Swap your white rice for brown. Over time, those little changes build up, and your hemorrhoids, they start to calm down, shrink, and finally stay gone. If you're ready to go a step further, stay tuned for my upcoming video series, 7 Days to Naturally Relieve Hemorrhoids. Simple daily changes that bring real relief, fast. If you found this helpful, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more natural health tips and share your thoughts or questions in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Take care, stay healthy, and may your next bathroom trip be smooth and pain-free. See you in the next one.